Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we dive in deep into one of the most enduring mysteries of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid of Giza. We've all seen the pictures, marveled at its size, but have you ever stopped to wonder how its builders, thousands of years ago, achieved such mind-boggling precision? Specifically, how did they align this colossal structure almost perfectly with the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west? For centuries, this question has stumped historians, engineers, and astronomers. The pyramid's sides are aligned to true north with an accuracy of within 1/15 of a single degree. That's more precise than many modern constructions. Forget the compass! They hadn't been invented yet. So, what was their secret? Was it advanced? Lost technology? Help from otherworldly visitors? Or was it something far more ingenious, hidden in plain sight? Well, a fascinating theory has emerged that might just solve this puzzle once and for all. It doesn't involve aliens or magic, but something the ancient Egyptians were masters of: observing the heavens. The secret, it seems, lies in the stars and the changing of the seasons. Let's travel back in time to around 2550 BC. You're an Egyptian architect, tasked by the pharaoh Khufu to build his eternal resting place. It has to be perfect, a monument that will stand for eternity and connect the earthly realm with the divine. The first and most crucial step is laying the foundation. Get the orientation wrong, and the entire sacred geometry of the structure is compromised. The challenge is finding true north. The Earth's magnetic north, which a compass points to, wanders over time. But geographic north, the point around which our planet spins, is constant. So, how do you find it without modern GPS? You look up! The Egyptians were meticulous. Their calendar, their agriculture, their entire cosmology was based on the predictable cycles of the sun, moon, and stars. One of the most important celestial events for them was the equinox. You've probably heard of it, the 2 days a year, one in spring and one in autumn, when day and night are of nearly equal length. On these specific days, the sun rises exactly in the east and sets exactly in the west. This astronomical event provides a perfect east-west line, and from there, finding a perfect north-south line is a simple matter of geometry. Here's how the equinox method likely worked. Imagine an Egyptian surveyor on the Giza Plateau. A few days before the anticipated autumn equinox, he would plant a tall, straight pole or gnomon into the ground. As the sun rose in the morning, this pole would cast a long shadow. He would mark the tip of that shadow on the ground. Throughout the day, as the sun moved across the sky, the shadow would shorten, then lengthen again in the afternoon. The surveyor would wait, patiently tracking the shadow's path, which would form a curve on the ground. In the afternoon, he'd watch for the exact moment the shadow, S-tip, once again touched that same curve he had traced in the morning. He would mark this second point. Now, he has 2 points on the ground. One marking the shadow's tip in the morning, and one in the afternoon, both at an equal distance from the central pole. And here's the brilliant part. If you draw a straight line connecting these 2 points, you get a perfectly straight east-west line. It's a simple, elegant method that relies on nothing more than a stick, a string, and careful observation. Once they had this east-west baseline, they could use basic geometric techniques, like creating a right angle, to establish a precise north-south meridian. And just like that, they had their cardinal directions ready for the foundation of the pyramid. This theory, proposed by archaeologist and engineer Glenn Dash, is so compelling because of its simplicity and effectiveness. It doesn't require any lost technology or complex calculations. It just requires a deep understanding of the sun's movement, something we know the ancient Egyptians possessed in abundance. They tracked the sun god Ra's journey across the sky daily. It was central to their religious beliefs. To test this theory, Dash actually conducted the experiment himself, using the same simple tools the Egyptians would have had. His results were astonishingly accurate, producing an alignment with a tiny margin of error, very similar to the one we see in the Great Pyramid itself. The method is straightforward, reliable, and perfectly fits the technological context of the Old Kingdom. So what about other theories? For a long time, the prevailing idea was the pole star method. This involved using two stars, Mizar and Kakab, which circled the celestial North Pole at the time. By waiting for the moment when these two stars were perfectly aligned vertically, one above the other, you could find true north. While this method also works in theory, it presents a few problems. Firstly, it requires observing the stars at night, which can be tricky due to atmospheric haze or dust, especially near the horizon. More importantly, it requires a level of precision in sighting the stars that might have been difficult to achieve with the tools of the era. The equinox method, by contrast, relies on a clear, sharp shadow cast by the sun, which is arguably a much easier and more reliable marker to track. The beauty of the equinox theory is how it connects the practical engineering side of the pyramid's construction with the Egyptians' profound spiritual connection to the cosmos. The pyramid wasn't just a tomb. It was a resurrection machine, a stargate designed to launch the pharaoh's soul into the afterlife, to join the gods among the stars. Aligning the structure with the cosmos wasn't just for show. It was a fundamental requirement. The equinox itself was a powerful symbol of balance and order, or mat, a central concept in Egyptian ideology. By beginning the pyramid's construction on the day of cosmic equilibrium, they were infusing the very foundations of the structure with divine harmony. So, the next time you see a picture of the Great Pyramid, don't just see a pile of stones. See a masterpiece of ancient science. See a civilization that, with the simplest of tools, could measure the heavens and map the cosmos onto the earth. They didn't need lasers or GPS. They had the sun, a stick, and an incredible understanding of the world around them. The solution to one of history's greatest engineering mysteries may not be buried in a secret chamber, but was right there in the sky, hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to look up and appreciate the sheer genius of the ancient Egyptians. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most elegant solutions are the simplest ones. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to ancient Egypt. What do you think of this theory? Do you believe the equinox method is the definitive answer? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to explore more mysteries from the ancient world, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us continue creating content like this for you. We'll see you in the next one.